Okay, the final type of pay that we're going to talk about is piecework. Okay, piecework is where you get paid per whatever you complete. For example, my brother recently got a contract with a company to make masks, those face masks, and for every one you put together, you get $1. Okay, and that would be piecework. If you can put 500 together, you get $500. If you can put 10 together, you get $10. That would be called piecework. So it's based on the number that you complete. One type of worker in our country that gets paid this quite often are truck drivers. Truck drivers a lot of times can get paid by the mile. I know that some companies are getting away from that because a lot of times truck drivers would drive too fast to try to rack up their miles or to meet a deadline. So I'm not sure exactly how many still get paid that way, but I know that there are some. So how do you calculate piecework? Well, straight piecework would be just you get calculated for the amount you make and that's it. Okay, so for straight piecework, my gross earnings is the price per item that I get paid times the number of items I made. So if we look at a trucker who makes 32 cents a mile and he drove 680 miles, we're just going to take 680 and we're going to multiply it by 32 cents. So we just take 680 times 32 and we get $217.60. So that truck driver made $217.60 for driving. All right, that's straight piecework. The next type of piecework we're going to talk about is differential piecework. The one that I can think of would be if you work at a seamstress shop. You might get paid more money per jacket that you make as opposed to gloves because a jacket might take longer to make, so you get paid more money. If you make a bunch of different types of things, you might make different levels of that money. So if we look at this seamstress, Jacob made 50 jackets. How much does he get paid per jacket? Jacob makes $4.50 per jacket, so we have to take that 50 and multiply it by $4.50. $225. I don't have very much room, so I'm just going to write it below. For gloves, a set of gloves, he makes $1.25 per set. So we're going to take that 40 and we're going to multiply it by $1.25 since he made 40 sets of gloves. That would be $50. Scarves, he makes $1 per scarf. He made 30 scarves, so we're going to multiply that by 1 for $1, and we just made $30. Now, how do I find the gross earnings? Well, we have to take all of the earnings that we had for each different type of piece and add them together. So I'm going to take and you can notice they're all red up here. I'm going to take my 225 plus my 50 plus my 30 and get my gross earnings. So 225 plus 50 plus 30 is 305. All right. Finally, the last type of piecework we're going to talk about is a chargeback, an incorrectly made item or spoiled items. So let's say you work as a seamstress and you make a jacket, but there's a big hole in the arm. So what the company will do is they will pay you partial for the time spent on the jacket, but they're going to make you pay for the mistake you made. Okay, they might send it to a secondhand store or something like that and still make some money off of it, but the employee actually gets charged back anything that's messed up. And the reason they might do that is to keep their quality up. Okay, if I'm getting paid just to get a bunch of items done, I might just do a really bad job and make a bunch of items that are really junky or crappy, and the company would actually lose money because I didn't do a good job. So they might start charging their employees something back based on the amount that they have. So if we look here, Sonic made 30 pieces. I'm not sure what Sonic's making, okay? But he makes $45 per piece. So I'm going to take that 30 and I'm going to multiply it by 45 and get his piecework earnings. So we have 30 times 45, and I get 1,350. Okay? That would be Sonic's earnings. However, of the 30 that he made, he messed up 10 of them. So Sonic is going to have to pay $22.50 for the 10 that he messed up. He still gets some money, but of the 45, actually he gets, looks like half of it, but he does not get the entire $45 for those 10. So I have to subtract those out. So I'm going to take 10 times for the errors that he had, $22.50, and I'm going to get $225. Now, in order to find my gross earnings, you're going to take your piecework earnings and you're going to subtract all of your spoiled items or your chargeback. So I have 1,350 minus 225 to get my gross earnings. So 1,350 minus 225, $1,125. That would be Sonic's gross earnings. All right, go ahead and complete Piecework Worksheet 1, and that's all of the types of pay we're going to talk about.